So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video is going to be recapping EW's latest live stream in which we got to see something absolutely incredible. Not only did we get to see Jaxie Beard actually having a bit of a fly around the map using the dev tools, so we got to see some of the absolutely stunning scenery of the New England Mountains map. We also got to see the reworked model for the Red Fox, which is awesome, but the star of the show, we were shown the Great One Moose. And the Great One Moose varieties are just absolutely insane. Now, I decided to start off with this clip, which is actually from towards the end of the stream, because this is going to let you see all the different names of all of the varieties to get started. And then we're going to just take a look at them while they were actually walking around, because these are absolutely mind-blowingly insane. The racks, the fur types, everything about these is just beyond perfection. Now, the one moose that Jaxie actually left standing there was a bit of an error from what I understand. As far as from what Jaxie was saying, he doesn't think that that is actually a correct fur type for the Great One Moose. It was the Mocha fur type from the Te Awara missions, but all of the ones that you see here get shot are actually varieties for the Great One Moose. Starting off with the fabled Spruce, kind of an orange and white looking moose. Really gorgeous looking fur type, and this guy actually has the rack that we saw in that advert that was circulating on social media. This is that rack. So it was a great one, but in game it looks so much more huge and just insane than it ever did in that one picture. That is an incredible rack on an absolutely gorgeous moose. Now, I'm just saying, I'm never going to stop grinding for these things. I need these in my life so bad. All of the varieties look amazing. And then we have this one. This is probably my favourite, the Fabled Ashen. It's got scars on it, and also this particular rack for the Great One Moose. It reminds me of, it's basically an ancient species of deer called the bush-antlered deer. If you've never seen fossils of bush-antlered deer, go and Google it, and this is what they look like. It reminds me so much of bush-antlered deer. This is a non-typical moose, and it looks incredible. It is just awesome. This is what I wanted to see on a Great One Moose. Big, non-typical looking racks and awesome fur types, and that is just a gorgeous looking moose. That is stunning, and as soon as I see scars on it, it makes it feel like that animal is really sort of a fabled creature. It's lived a long time, it's fought lots of battles, and the scars on this thing definitely go with that. So yeah, Fabled Ashen is up there with my favourites for the fur types, but I love them all. I think they all look incredible. Also awesome to see them in the new harvest screen. Now, this one here, I love the rack and I love the fur type. The Fabled Speckled. Gorgeous looking fur type. You've got that sort of dark black coat with the white on it, which the contrast just looks beautiful. But the rack for this one is so cool. It almost looks like it's got 4 antlers just because of how they're split. And again, this is like a non-typical moose. I've seen pictures that just look exactly like this, and this is what I was hoping we would see. That is a brute of a moose. It just looks so cool. That is just the coolest looking thing. If I saw that in game, I'd probably pass out. That is amazingly awesome. The team have done such a good job with these. I'm so glad that these were showcased on stream so that we all got to see them, because wow. And getting to see them in the new harvest screens, as I said, they just look so darn good. And now, if you're like me and you wanted to get ready to set up your grinds and stuff, you now know what we're going to be grinding for. Like, these are the varieties we're going to be looking for. I'm just so excited. I don't care. I don't care what one I get. I don't care what rack. I don't care what fur type. I love them all. I think they are all absolutely awesome. I love this one. The Fabled Two-Tone I think is really beautiful, and it was interesting. I was discussing in my Discord not too long ago about what fur types the Great One Moose might have if they do have unique fur types, and there's a couple here that actually look like pictures I was sharing from Google Images of really cool looking sort of unusual fur type moose in real life. And yeah, this is one that was quite similar to one of them, and I thought this just looks awesome. Really love the markings, and again, that rack is incredible. This one is really interesting. The Fabled Birch. This actually really does look like one of the ones I found an image of in real life on Google Images. This is really, really interesting. It's almost like cream with white and black markings on there as well. Just a gorgeous looking moose. Imagine seeing this on your map. Imagine how awesome that would be. You spot that. I can have just imagined spotting it through some trees or something, and you just see the outline. I remember I had that experience with one of my Great One Red Deer, the one I got on Te Awara, and I just saw the outline and I was like, hold up, that's a Great One. Yeah, there's going to be no mistaking a Great One moose either. The outline is going to look incredible. We have this beautiful fur type here, the Fabled Oak, almost like a golden colour with some, black there in the neck, and also almost some like reddish tones in the nose. Very, very, very beautiful. That is just gorgeous looking. I can't even. This is insane. Really, really, really well done. And it was great to see Jaxie actually being able to use the dev controls and showcase these animals to us. Now, he did mention that he may not have actually been able to show off all of the different rack varieties, so there may still even be more racks than the 3 we saw today, which I can't even. Because I remember Jaxie saying 5 varieties for the Great One Moose, so maybe we've seen 3 of 5 racks, and then we've seen the fur types as well. I just can't. Even if this is all that we see in terms of variety, I'm happy with this. And hopefully all the different fur types can have like the different racks, so they can sort of be different combinations. Maybe you get the Fabled Spruce with the, the really big curling tine rack, or you get it with this rack. I think that would be awesome. So now I'm just gonna, again, ramble about how gorgeous these moose look, whilst Jaxie was actually spawning them in for us to take a look at. Now, I just want to reinforce, this is a dev build, and Jaxie was using dev controls to spawn these in and showcase. So you're not going to just see loads and loads of Great One Moose popping up on your map like this. These are dev controls just to spawn these in so that we could take a look at them effectively. But look at that rack on the Fabled Spruce. It looks insane. It just looks so much bigger than I thought it looked in that one image that we had. It's insane looking. So I'm surprised, basically. I'm very surprised that we saw a Great One Moose rack actually shown off in just an advert to start off with. I think that's insane. But it does look so much better actually in-game than I think it did in that picture. But just the racks. The racks! It's awesome! I want to know what your favourite fur types are. What's your favourite rack? I just need to know all the things about what you think about the Great One Moose, because I'm absolutely in love. I personally think these are the best Great One that has been added to the game. 110%. They've got the cool racks that the whitetail have. They've got that unique, awesome fur type. Well, several fur types, like we've been seeing with the Great One Black Bear and also the Great One Red Deer. The Great One Red Deer sort of introduced seeing different fur types and different things a little bit more, and then we saw it even more with the Black Bear and them having all of the unique varieties, and now we see it sort of coming together with the unique racks and the unique fur types with the Great One Moose, and I think it's just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. I don't think there's anybody out there who wouldn't get excited to see one of these on their map. I'm just going to be grinding forever. Honestly, I need all the varieties if I can. And I've got so close to getting all the varieties for whitetail. I've only got two more of the Great One racks that I've never had. And I would love to get those. And, I was thinking about setting up a whitetail grind on this map as well, and maybe grinding moose, black bear, and whitetail Great Ones all at the same time. Obviously, to start off with, my focus is going to be poured into getting a Great One Moose. And like I said, I don't mind which of these incredible animals I get to see, because I will just be so happy and ecstatic with any of these incredible creatures. They're just this is a fabled. This is a fabled. This is what it should mean. And with the new models, the new animations, everything combined has been so perfectly well done to just make these beyond cool, I think. Beyond cool. And it's something I noticed today, is that when they move, the dewlap actually moves now on the balls. I never noticed that before. I don't think that they moved before the way they move now. Now they actually move like a dewlap, like on a real moose. And I think that makes so much difference. It just adds that more sort of lively character to them. You know, they're not just, you know, set static models. They have a bit more fluidness and movement, and I think that just enhances how cool these things are. I mean, just the size of them as well. What? They're just awesome. I wonder if they're bigger than normal moose. I'd love to know. The blue eyes on these moose as well, especially there on the one on the left-hand side, with that white marking on the face. That just looks so cool. It's just gorgeous. Now, I saw people saying in stream, these aren't moose racks. This isn't what moose look like. These look more like elk. These are, aside from the big, I'm going to refer to it as the curling tines rack, the other two racks, you know, the one that looks like it's got 4 antlers, the one that looks like a bush antler deer, and that's what I'm referring to it as, they are non-typical moose. It's not just whitetail that get non-typical versions, or, you know, just smaller deer species. Moose can get non-typicals too. I have seen some amazing non-typical moose posted, and I have always thought that non-typical moose in this game would be something incredible, and they've really done that. They've really done that. I'm going to spend so long grinding these things just to try and get as many varieties as possible, because there's so many varieties, and I think that that's really well done. Having so many different combinations that are possible, you know, getting the different racks on the different fur types, I think that's going to add to the excitement and the uniqueness of your Great One as well. And the just sheer size of these things, they're massive. The antlers are massive. That is insane. Something else that got mentioned during the stream is, yeah, these are massive, but they were scoring quite low. Now, we've seen things with score before, and again, this is a dev build, so the score may very well get changed, so that they score higher than, say, a big rack normal diamond moose, but it's not really, with Great Ones, so much the score most of the time. It's about having the unique animal with the Great One badge next to it. Like the Great One red deer, they don't often score very high. You can occasionally see a 270 scoring Great One red deer, but they often will score same sort of scores as a normal big diamond. And I don't see that as a problem, honestly. It's not about the score, especially for me. I think it's just more about having that unique animal. And yeah, maybe it scores a little bit lower than a really big typical, if we're looking at some of the non-typicals. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just awesome to have the ability to get something so incredibly unique. And that's just my opinion, and it may very well change, like I said. They may change it so that they score higher than a normal big rack diamond moose, but they may not. So that's just something to bear in mind as well. Absolutely incredible getting to see them all go aggressive there. I thought that was absolutely awesome. I definitely want to get a Great One moose to go aggressive. I'm going to try so hard to actually have that and take one while it's aggressive if possible. That'll be nerve-wracking, but I will try my best, because I think that would be a real sight to behold if you can get really, really close to one and get it to go aggro and then take it while it's aggro. Because they do such fantastic animations now whilst they're actually angry and aggressive, that I think it's awesome. It's got a really nice look at the scars there on the fabled ashen. They're just so incredibly beautiful. And I know I rambled during this video, I do apologise, but I wanted to go straight from watching the live stream to recording and just giving my full sort of unfiltered opinion of what I think about these Great One moose. Now, something interesting here, when Jaxie made the other moose go aggressive, a normal cow moose actually showed up, which, looking at it, they actually don't look a lot bigger than that cow moose, so maybe they aren't bigger than normal moose. Again, that'll just be something interesting to see. But I noticed that she had a very new death animation. That is completely new for the moose. They never used to have that death animation. They now have a proper death animation, which I think is really fantastic. That's going to add to it. If you can bring down your Great One Moose within sight, it's actually going to have a nice animation for when it goes down. And I think that adds to it a lot. Also getting to see them calling, that is so cool. Something else that I'll try and do as well is get one to call whilst I actually hopefully have one in front of me. It could take forever, but I'm willing to grind for many, many, many hours to get one of those beauties into my trophy lodge. Now, I can't go the rest of the video without talking about the red fox. And I think the poor red fox kind of got overshadowed by the Great One Moose because we were all stoked to see the Great One Moose. But the red fox have had the biggest glow up, I think, of any remodel. That is a red fox. That is what they should look like. They don't look skinny and mangy anymore. They actually look fluffy, filled out, and so much more realistic. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous remodel. So well done by the team. The rares for these things now are going to look insane. I can't wait when the update drops to go and look in my trophy lodge and see my albino, my mela, my piebald that are in my first trophy lodge and actually see what they look like with the remodels. And if you would be interested to see that when the update drops, let me know, and that's definitely something that I can take a look at, is put all of the rare varieties on display on full body platforms and show you what they look like with the new models, because that's definitely something I'm going to be very excited to see. But here we get to take a look at one in the new harvest screen as well. Look at that fur detail. It looks so fluffy. That is so perfect. That is what a red fox should look like. Biggest glow up, honestly, I think, of any species that has had a remodel. The moose is fantastic. The whitetail remodel and the sort of re-texture as well that's happened with the face, so that there's less white on it, looks awesome. But the red fox have had a complete rehaul. They look so different. And I hope we get to see this with things like coyotes as well, because the coyotes also look a bit like the red fox did. They don't look very good, and they could really do with this happening to them. And I really am hopeful that we will actually see that. And I'm absolutely loving seeing these changes happen to the game. This is what makes Call of the Wild a great game, is when things like this come into fruition. Seeing the changes, seeing the updates, seeing, you know, older things get re-looked at and then improved. That makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference to a game. Because Red Fox were never something I was very interested in, honestly. I would get excited if I found a rare or a level 9. I've only ever shot one Diamond Fox. But they didn't look great. And I really like foxes. I love how beautiful they are in real life. They are a very beautiful animal. But in game, they just didn't have that beauty to them. And so I wasn't the biggest red fox hunter. I would more take them as an opportunistic kill rather than specifically hunt them most of the time. I genuinely think I'll probably go and actually hunt for them, try and get some more diamonds and stuff for the trophy lodge. Now they look that good. Because they just look beautiful, and I think filling your trophy lodge spaces with red fox that look that nice is going to be something really cool. And I can't wait, like I said, to see what other animals that need a rework actually end up looking like. I think fallow deer could have a really good opportunity to get a rework too, because, again, their models lack a little bit. The antlers look really nice, but the models themselves could maybe do with some polishing. Like I said, coyotes, I think, would really benefit from this treatment. Roe deer, I think, could get a nice improvement as well. A lot of the older species, I think, could get some really cool reworks, and I'm really amazed and pleased to see that the team are actually doing this, and I'm super happy. I think that they've done a fantastic job with all the remodels we've seen recently, and I'm very excited basically to see what else they can do, because now we're seeing all these improvements. I think more models in the future are only going to be better and better, and that's a really positive thing. Now, in terms of other news that was mentioned during the stream, there is no release date yet for the map at all. From what Jaxie Beard was saying, they are pushing for certification, and then we'll start to hear things like when they're looking to release the map, but at the moment there is no information on that, so I can't tell you when this update is coming or when the Great One Moose is actually going to be in game. It will be when this update drops, but at the moment we are unsure as to when that is going to be. All the other information that was covered is information that we have heard previously, such as what animals are being backfilled onto which maps, you know, all of these things about the weapon customization. It's all stuff we've heard before. Now, in the description of this video, I will link a few things. I will link, obviously, the link to this live stream in which the Great One Moose and the Red Fox, etc. was shown off, so that you can go and watch that in full if you would like to, and obviously go and share the love for the Great One Moose if you think that they're as cool as I do, and obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts here as well, so please do leave me a comment and let me know what you're excited about with the Great One Moose, because I think they're fantastic. But I will also link the other videos I've made talking about the weapon customization, going through that, and all the other information that we know. I'll link those videos, and I will also link my Discord server in the description as well, so if you would like to join my Discord server, get in on the conversations that we have in there about things like the Great One Moose, then definitely feel free to join, and it would be really nice to see you there. But that is going to be it for this video, so not a lot of brand new information that we didn't know about the map, but of course lots of brand new visuals, getting to see the Great One Moose for the first time and the reworked Red Fox in all its glory. I think this was a really fantastic stream, very well done by Jaxie Beard, and I think, yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to actually post this and get to share it and share my excitement, because wow, I am just so hyped right now. But I will finally stop rambling, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.